Hello, friends. I brought Nurse Jones here today because Miss Michelle has not been feeling good the last couple of days. I've been sneezing and coughing, and I make sure I do it in my elbow. But Nurse Jones is going to take my temperature with a thermometer to see if I have a fever. I'm ready. No fever! Nurse Jones says, I don't have a fever, so it's probably just allergies. Bye, Nurse Jones. Well, anyway, I am so happy to see you guys today. We're gonna sing the ABC song. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time won't you sing with me? Let's sing that again, but just a little bit faster. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time won't you sing with me? You guys are so good at your ABCs at this point. I'm super impressed. Well, today we are going to read a book that features the letter G. Now, G's a really special letter because it can sound two different ways. Sometimes G sounds like J, like gingerbread man. And sometimes G sounds like G, like gumball. It can make both sounds. It just depends on the word. G, glove, J, gem, G, gate, J, gerbil, G, garbage, and oh, I love these so much, J, giraffe. In fact, we are going to be reading about a giraffe today. We are going to read Giraffes Can't Dance. This was written by, so he's the author, Giles Andrea, and it was illustrated by Guy Parker Reese. I am probably not saying those names right, but that's okay. Giraffes can't dance. Do you see any G's on this page? Oh, I see a lot of G's. I see a G here, and the author and the illustrator. Lots of G's. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. Thin and slim rhyme. Thin means they're skinny. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Oh no! Now every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing and the rhinos rocked and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked towards the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Guys, they're not being very nice to Gerald. They're using mean words. I don't like that. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He had never felt so sad before. So sad and all alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. He threw his arms out sideways, and he swung them everywhere. And then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. I won't try to do that. Gerald felt so wonderful, his mouth was open wide. "I am dancing! Yes, I'm dancing! I am dancing!" Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." Oh, I love that book so much. It reminds me that we're all very different from each other, but we're all special. And we should always encourage and use nice words, not say mean things like, "You can't dance, you look silly." No, that doesn't make people feel good. So today, I am going to show you guys how to write a G. Then we're going to turn that G into a giraffe. First, when we write a letter G, we're going to start at the top and we're going to make a letter C. But then we're going to keep going and we're going to add a line, and that's an uppercase G. Now to turn this into a giraffe, I'm going to add a neck, and I'm going to add a head, and I'm going to bring the neck all the way down, and I'm going to add a leg. Next, I'm going to put some legs here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 legs. Oh, we got to make him smile. And yes, he needs a nose. Ooh. Did you notice how Miss Michelle is pinching her pencil? I'm holding it at the very bottom, and I'm holding it so I can write nice and strong. Oh, he does need some ears. We'll add some ears, a little bit of hair. And we'll add a tail. Oh, I think he looks pretty good. You're right! Giraffes have spots. We need to make some circles. Look at all of his spots. Now he looks right. So that's how you can make a giraffe with the letter G. It's okay if you need help. I had to practice that a lot. Well, friends, it's time for me to go. So we're gonna sing our song. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Oh, that was so wonderful. I love to hear you guys sing and say your letters and read with me. So next Wednesday, I'll have another video out. I'll see you guys then.